Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, for the bubble sort assignment, you kept the last day for 28th May, 7:30 a.m., sir.
Okay, okay. So,
Can you keep it for 7:30 p.m., sir?
okay. I will do it. I will do it after this class.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, let's start the class. Let me share the screen. So I think that I have sent all your marks to your mails. So I have used my own program. I'm little bit lazy to explore all those things. From next time onwards, so while I conduct the unit test, I will generally put it in like the mode in which you can see after you submit. But this time I'm little bit lazy to search all those things. So I have used my own written program for Python, and I have sent mails personally to you all. Whatever I could get the marks. So I have sent the marks including the question number. If you check your geetham.edu or geetham.in, whatever mail you have, official mail, you will get it. That is registered in the Moodle. So, so I have personally called your name and I have sent you the total marks and also each question mark. Just check your mail so that you can look into that. Did anybody check it, like the geetham.in or something?
Yes,
Yes,
sir, we
sir, we
have
checked, sir. But we have a doubt, sir.
Yeah, tell me. Tell me.
Sir, మార్క్స్ అన్ని డెసిమల్స్ లో ఎందుకు ఉన్నాయి సార్?
అంటే వాడు ఏం చేసి ఉంటాడంటే చాలా వరకు నేను ఐ హావ్ గివెన్ డిఫరెంట్ ఆప్షన్స్ రైట్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఫర్ ఎ బిగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ యూ నీడ్ టు డ్రాగ్ అండ్ డ్రాప్, అవి కొన్నే పెట్టుంటారు కొంతమంది. ఓన్లీ ఫ్యూ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ కెప్ట్ దేర్. సో ఫర్ దిస్ హీ ఈస్ జస్ట్ డివైడింగ్ దమ్ ఇంటూ ఫ్రాక్షన్స్. ఓకే, సో ఐ విల్ ఎనీవే రౌండ్
Okay, sir.
డ్యూరింగ్ ద ఫైనల్ అవార్డ్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ మార్క్స్. ఓకే.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. And because you told that you have lost the time, I am thinking about keeping another assignment for you so that I can award you the marks or something. Still it is in pending, like your class only, no? Not your class, I think the other section.
not our class, other class.
Yeah, DS. Yeah, it's data science. Yeah, they only got 30 minutes, so I need to think about them. So that is the reason why I have expanded your time to 45 minutes last time. So I thought instead of searching for options there, writing a program is very easy. So what I have done is, I will tell you. I have just downloaded the Excel and I have removed all the unnecessary columns and I have kept my Excel sheet ready. And after that, I have counted the number of columns and rows, and based on that, I have written a small program which will parse each column and row. So what I have done is, I have created a dictionary. So this dictionary actually holds the name as key, your name as key, and whatever the related to the data is taken as the value. The value is nothing but the list of all values. So it contains roll number, it contains, so I will show you how it will be. So there will be a dictionary called something like this. So I will have something like D, okay, is equal to, so I will say something like your name, maybe Kranti. So this is the key, right? Column, and your value will be like this. So the value will come like, your roll number, comma, your total marks, comma, question number 1 mark, question number 2 mark, question number 3 mark, and so on. So in the same way, there will be another name, maybe Kiran. So like that, I have formed it. So I have taken all the values and I have parsed it so that it will form a dictionary. So each key will be your name, and the values are the list of all your details, like the marks for the question numbers individually, total marks and roll number. Then what I have done is, I have written a program in which I write dear something, and in that I keep something like this 0, and so I will start with 1, next whatever marks should be there, 2, 3, and so and so. And finally, I will write the format like this. You can also write your own emails, of course. So here what I have done is, whatever I collect every time, whatever that is 0. So something like I will say that this one. So I will write it like this. I will just show the program so that the mail will be sent to you automatically by considering individual names. So you might ask me, sir, is there nothing like predefined mails or something, some apps that are there to send individual? One of the best thing that we get is around, uh, I have learned somewhere like it's Google itself. So using Google Sheets that are in the cloud, you can use this opportunity. But the problem is Google Sheets can only send to few mails. If you want to expand them, for example, they might restrict themselves to 30 or 50. And if you want to send more emails, then I think you need to buy that one. So why to buy? As a programmer, I thought, why shouldn't we do our own program? So I have created a dummy mail through which I will send everything to you. Right. I will just put my pass key here and I will just show you what I have written. Okay. So sender email. I'm just masking my pass key, that's all.
Alert from
this one is,
your disk is almost full.
Yeah, this is my old laptop. So again, you will hear the thing like the disk is full naturally. So this is my pass key. And this is my sender email. Okay, I will show you now. So that you can also create your own thing, like if you want your group mail to be sent or something. So the passkey, I am anyway passing it. So see what I am doing here. I'm calling two functions. One is getting the password, and the other one is to get the whole dictionary itself. Actually, there is a file called hackmail.py from which I am importing get receivers. So this is the hackmail.py file in which I am actually parsing the Excel sheet. So what I am doing is I am setting the path where the Excel sheet is, and using that one I am trying to parse it. So these are the rows that we consider. So 1 to 60 rows are there because there are 60 people or something maybe not in your class. But the number of columns, so it is 0 to 24 because you start with roll number and you end at the question number so and so. So every time what I am doing, I am preparing a dictionary. See, this is your name actually. So the second column contains the name. So I will also show you how the Excel sheet actually will be. So I think this is your Excel sheet. I hope it should open. Yeah, it is opening. Yeah, this is your Excel sheet. So I think this one is considered as the key value, and remaining things are considered like roll number, your email, and your marks are all considered as values. So this is key, and remaining are all values. And that is the reason you can see why I'm saying temp of 1, because the temp of 0 is always like the roll number, and temp of 1 is your name. So as you said, I am forming a dictionary where I am telling the receivers of that name. So the name will become key. The whole temp will become the list value to that particular key. So I'm just returning the receivers. So a dictionary is formed and the receivers dictionary is formed already. So this is where I am receiving the receivers after doing everything. So this is called the divide the complexity actually. So you can see here bottom line, which I am now highlighting. See, your dictionary has been formed a lot. Yeah, you can see here. So this is the key. Monisha Elavarthi is the key, and her roll number, name, email, and her marks are all displayed. So this is how I prepared a dictionary. So after preparing a dictionary, what I am doing is I am getting the sender mail, password, receiver mail. So receiver mail, you see, I'm keeping in the for loop actually. So for every receiver, that means for every key, I am looking into its value. So I'm reading every key and getting its values. Like that, I have written this one. So dear 0, 1, and this is 22. So that those many are there. See, your marks are all displayed like this. And for this, I have written this format. See. So your name will be the receiver name, right? So dear that name, and you will get it like this. So 0, 4, everything has been given. So I am telling for that key, please get the fifth value. So for that key in receivers, okay, the key is nothing but the receiver is the key here, because you are going through each key, right? So the names. So like your Monisha, next it will come like Venkat Surya, Meher Teja, like that it will come. So each one is a key. And for that we are getting the sixth value. So where I am pasting them all here. So this is the format. I think you remember while you are printing, your format will be like this. So after that, I am saying regards, all the best, Krantikiran and all. I am now using the SMTP server to send you. So I am using my Gmail account itself. Why I am creating a dummy mail? Because don't use your main mails, because Gmail will never allow a third-party app to use your mails. To make it happen, you need to allow the third-party app should be encountered. So encountered in the sense that this Gmail will encounter a third-party app. That's what we are putting it. So in settings and in security, you can change this option. Allowing the third-party app should be enabled. If you want to try, I will post that the link where you can change that one, so that your dummy mail can be used by my program and sent to many of your friends, or different emails can be sent to many of your friends. So this is how I have sent it. I don't think last time I have explained to you while I'm sending you the personal links while you're writing the exam. So today I have explained you because you will understand different classes and packages. That's why I have explained you now. So you received your marks like that. Right. Coming back to our concept of linked list again. So we have just discussed yesterday that your linked list Now we are only discussing about single linked list containing one value and the address of its next node. Why I'm saying every time it's a node? In an array, we call them as elements. Here we call them as value or element, but also you hold a next address, NA. And this is the reason why we say it's a node. The node is a collection of some things like a normal element or a value, and the next one is an address. So in a linked list, the important part is to create a node. The node contains two parts. One is the element or a value, and the next one is next address. If it is the only single node in your linked list, the next address will be null. If it is continuous with some n number of nodes, then they are all connected with each other. So this is called a linked list. The last one will always carry a null. Now, after inserting the nodes, we will discuss different aspects of it. If you understand the linked list in a very perfect way, you can understand the trees also. To become good programmers, most of the time the competitive coding mentality will go like this. You will be given something like a stack and queue which can be implemented either in arrays or linked list. Most probably, they will also mention that you have to use linked list and with less time complexity. Now we will have different puzzles in our course now as exercises, and you will understand how you can reduce the time complexity. I will also explain you the time complexity. So I promised that I will give you the videos, right? So I will do it. I will do videos separately for all algorithms without any disturbances. So sometimes we wait for you to wait for your answers and all, right? Instead of that, I will explain the whole thing continuously, and even the time complexity also I will explain. I will talk to you in the class, and also I will explain and send a separate video to you. That will be useful to you. Now coming back, so in this, to create a linked list, can anybody tell me what is the first thing that I need to do? Any idea from your side? You know that the linked list is a collection of nodes. It might be either one node or n number of nodes. But what is the first thing that is important if you want to create a linked list? Any answer?
We need to create a node.
Yes,
Yes, that's correct. The first thing is to create a node. See, before our body is formed, the first thing that comes is the heart and the brain, right? Because the heart is pumping the blood and the brain is learning everything from the first. So most probably our first cells that forms are the heart and the brain. Then only our things will be formed. The same thing happens here. So we need to form a node first, and then a structure of linked list can be formed. So for that, let's write a small program. So I have created a live programming session for you so that you will understand how the memory will be altered. Now let us write a small node. This is where I create the class called node. Okay. Now it will give error because nothing has been done there. If you write pass, then no error will be coming. See now. So error will be removed. That means it expects some lines to be under the class. Okay, no problem. Now, so I want to create a node, of course. To create a node, first of all, I will take a new page. I want this structure to be done. So remember that a concept should be created in your mind. And based on that concept, you need to write your program. So this is the concept. You will have an element and the next address. Okay, this is what done. Now, based on this concept, you need to create something so that it is allocated a memory. So if you think that this is class has no memory, right? It's a concept. The concept is only stored in the memory. But you need to create a memory location, that means an object of this class, which carries some element 5 and next address may be at present null. So I think you understand that while creating object of the class called node, we need to send what values you want and what is the next address. Now, can anybody tell me, for doing that, what should you do? So I will write like this, then you will tell. Okay, I will write like this. So I will say root. So I will call my first node as the root node because this is where the starting. Like in your train, we call the first bogie as the engine, right? So generally, if you see metros, the first bogie contains engine and also the passengers who sit there. So we anyway call that as engine. So I call this as root node of 5 comma none. Here we say none. In C, C++ and Java we say null, N-U-L-L, but in Python we say none. Now based on this, can anybody tell me how to write a constructor? Anybody instruct me how to write a constructor here?
Def init
Yes, def, init,
self
self,
comma two variables, sir.
yeah, two variables, one contains value and the next one contains NA, next address. Maybe I will write NA, okay?
Then
And
self dot v is equals to v and self dot n is equals to n.
self dot, I will say value so that there will be no confusion, and self dot next, sorry, next is equal to, next is already there. So we say
Self dot address, sir.
address, maybe we can say next address ADD is equal to NA. Okay, so fine. So this is simple thing. Okay, now we created our node. You can see here the root is set as the node instance and it is having none as the next address and value as 5. That's all finished. We created our first beautiful linked list, which is only containing one node. Isn't it very easy that you have already learned a linked list now, right? So now the next process is how you actually add another node to this. How do you link another node to this? Okay, now what I will do is I will escape from this class now. I will write a separate function. Function should be something like this. I want to insert. So I'm inserting something in the linked list. So there no need to be any self or something. I receive something like maybe I receive root here. Okay, not root, maybe traverser. Now we will say that this is called traverser. Maybe a small letter I will keep. So this is a duplicate of the root that you are receiving. So what I will do before I write something, I write pass here. So this function, remember, this is an outside function. This is not part of your class. That's why I am in this. So it's a global. So instead of this, what I will do, I will write definition main also. As we are going through this one every time, we are writing this. And can anybody tell me what should I write in the if condition to access main first?
If underscore underscore main name
Yes, underscore name is
double equals
equal
to
to, that means comparison,
double
and
quotes and underscore underscore main.
main. That's correct. So now we call main here. That's all. So main is called, and so the main, the class is in the global frame, the insert is in the global frame, main is also in the global frame, and if condition is also in the global frame. But the first function that will be called is main. So we are keeping everything in main now. You can see what are there in the global frames: node, insert, and main function. You can
Sir,
see that. Yeah, tell me.
in 17th line, if name is equals to main, we gave it no, sir.
Hmm.
There generally we keep double quotes no, sir.
No, nothing is there. It's like a string, you know. It's like a string. For a string, whether it is single quote or double quote, it's not a matter. You can also keep triple quotes also. Did you understand? So I can keep like this. This is also considered as a string. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes.
The double quote or single quote, everything is equal in Python. Almost all.
Sir, but triple quote means common no, sir.
The triple quote, why we use as a comment, because triple quotes can help you to understand that if you want to give a big string, the big string will not be in one line or two or one line, right? It contains two lines, it contains spaces, enter, everything. So that is the reason why we are using it as a comment. But actually its use is something like I can say S is equal to, that's what I have written. Why should I use this one? I will show you this one itself. So I said message equal to this one. This is a total string I am writing. That is the reason why the format is accepted. Did you understand? Because it is considering everything as a string, the dot format is accepted after a string. That you can test it out. The format is a function that is allowed for strings. Okay, that is the reason why in print also we use something like after double quotes we use format. So actually now up to Dr. Kranti Kiran, from here, from subject, it is considered as a string. It is not comment. Then why, you might ask me why I am using it as a comment. See, if I am giving something like equal to, this is considered as a string. But if I am not giving equal to, if I am writing like this, then the whole thing is considered as comment. You see here, what is the difference? You can also observe that the blue color has been disappeared and everything is turned into comment. But if I'm giving something like this, then it becomes a string. And then these things are recognized as 0, 1, 22 and all. Did you understand now? Okay. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. So never think that the triple quotes are only for comments. Triple quotes are also for string, but you can also use it as a comment for multiple line comments. But still, computer will consider them as a strings. That's why most programmers will say a very good Python programmer never consider the triple quotes as comments. You can always keep hash in front of all the lines if you want to comment it. Because what happens, comments are never processed by the compilers or interpreters. So when you keep hash in front of a line, it is never processed. So that means you are saving the time for processing your program. But if you have triple quotes, what it will say, it will process each line. But because it is not assigned to anything, it does nothing. That's all. It looks like it is comment. It's an illusion, but it's not really comment. Each line of your comment with the triple quotes will be processed and it occupies some process time. So that is not a very good idea as a good programmer to use triple quotes as comments. మేము టీచ్ చేసేటప్పుడు because we sometimes want to save the time, I cannot put a hash to everything, right? So to save the time I use this triple quotes. So as you programmers, never use triple quotes as comments, please. Okay, let us come to where I am. Okay, nothing is there. So our main is there now. So we are writing root is equal to, so we created an object here. The root is also already an object because by now you can test it. Okay, so you can see the main is having a root which is already an instance of the class called node. It has none and 5. It is already created. Now our part is to now insert a new node now. So let's call the insert function here, giving some gaps so that you will understand. So I will say insert of root. Okay. So along with root, I think we are inserting a node with a value, right? The next node should contain value also. By default, it is none. So nothing should be given. But I am giving the root's address and I am also telling, please insert this. It's like something. Search for engine number. If you take the train itself, search for engine number 1106 and attach this bogie to the train. The same thing I am asking. Search for the root and attach a new value to it. That means a new node. So I will this time attach something like 21 or 20. Okay. So this is what I have attached. So coming to this, I think we need to write something like that we get as a value. Maybe we can take it. So now you understand the traverser is holding the address of the root and v is holding the value 20. Now our next aspect is to create a new node for it. before we attach, first we need to create a new node. Let us create a new node. So I will say new node is equal to node of what we say v comma none, because none is actually default for every new node that is created. And now root is also having none, and also your new node is also having none. Now your aspect is to attach them. That means the roots none should be changed to the address of the new node. Now, anyway, we have created a new node. So first it might be little bit difficult for you to understand, but slowly it will understand. Please keep concentration on this. Now let us see, let us go back. Yeah, you can see here. For, you see, initially the root is getting linked to this. See here, the traverser, the root is actually pointing to the red. You see, whatever that is there in main is actually sent. The address is sent. But we are not talking about root here. We have a new item called traverser. This traverser is pointing to that. You might ask me, sir, why can't we use root directly? But remember, if you use root directly, that means you are losing the root. I will tell you, it happens in C programming, not in Python. In Python, it's very easy for you to understand. Now it's something like a traverser is a duplicate name of root. So root will be here with this address itself. That means which is holding 5 there, right? And traverser is pointing to the node, which is this. And you see the new node is also created already. Did you find any connection between them? Have you found any connection between them?
Next add.
Yeah, there is no connection because these two are now individual nodes. But I want to connect this new node to already existing root node. So my values will be 5 and 20 in my linked list. Now I will tell you how to connect it. So I can simply say traverser dot next add is equal to new node. Now let us see what will happen. So is there any connection now? Yes or no? Did you find the connection?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So you find a connection that the root is having the 5 value and the next node is this one, and which is the last node, and hence we have none. Right, that's fine. Very correct.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
next traverser dot next add, sir, but next add is in the class, no, sir.
Oh no, next add is the class, but what is traverser?
Traverse is the root value which you are taking.
Yeah, traverser actually holds the address of a node which is pointed to a root. Then what is traverser and root?
Root's duplicate ID is traverser.
No, okay, that's fine. Root's duplicate ID is traverser. But what is root and traverser here?
Nodes.
They are actually object of a class called node. Did you understand? That means both traverser and root can handle these two values. Did you understand? And that is the reason a root and traverser is pointing to the nodes which are having the next address and the value. Is this your doubt that you are asking, or anything
Yes,
else?
sir. This is my doubt, sir.
Yeah, is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
Yeah, okay. So now what I will do is I want to insert another element. So what I will do this time, I will say insert root comma 16. This is the element I am inserting. Now you see what happened. Can anybody tell me what will happen now? What will be your final appearance?
We'll get another node with next add none and value 16.
So do you think that 5, 20 and 20 is connected to 16?
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Let us see if it is really. Let us see. So a new node will be created. Okay. Okay, so new node is created in insert. Now we are expecting that 5, 20 and 20 should be connected to 16. Let us see how our imagination and the program really works. What happened now? Where is 20?
It is being replaced, sir.
Yeah. The reason is, you see, every time traverser holds the address of the first node, right? This is the node because it is duplicate of root. We are every time saying that traverser dot next node, next add is equal to new node. So whatever the new node that comes will always be connected to this one. So how many values you add, the previous value will be disappearing and the new value will be added. I want your idea now. What to do now? Instead of this statement, I want something so that I want 5, 20 and 16 to be in a line.
Sir, we have to loop through the last node, sir.
So we have to loop through the last. So what I will do, I will say while traverser dot next add not equal to none. So what I'm saying here, until my traverser is not equal to none, I want to traverse. And remember that root has a duplicate name called traverser. Root is always holding to the first one, but we are now traversing through the traverser. Okay, we are using traverser. And for example, it's like when the train starts, both engine driver and the conductor will sit together, right? And after some time, the engine driver, I don't think it will happen in Indian Railways, but in the Western Railways, it happens like that. Both engine driver and conductor will be in the engine room. They both know how to drive. And slowly the engine driver only sits there and the conductor travels from one bogie to other bogie to collect all the tickets, whether the ticket has been bought or new ticket should be issued or not. So like that, what happens here, the root and traverser are holding the same address at first. That is the value 5. And the root is still holding 5 node, but the traverser is starting to traverse. That means it travels from one bogie to other bogie. So from engine 5, it goes to 20 and next bogie 16 and so on. So this is how it should traverse. And that is why I use duplicate. If I don't use duplicate, what happens is the root address will be lost. The root should always have that address folded on. And then we use some duplicate so that we can traverse. I will show you in a diagram so that you can understand. So at present, I'm doing like this to see what I will do. So if the traverser's next address is not equal to none, can anybody tell me what should I do now? Adi none kaadu, edo address undi. Ippudu nenu em cheyali?
Next then kalam, sir.
Yes, we need to go to the next one. How to go to the next one? Can anybody give me an idea? Yeah, you can use traverser is equal to
Traverser dot next.
yes, that's good. Traverser dot next address. So whatever the next address is now for our current traverser, the traverser now goes to the next address. Okay. Now I will tell you how it happens by drawing it on board. Okay. What happens now? So I have created the root node, which is having 5 and which is having none. I called this as root. And when I want to add some other node, I am making a small duplicate of this. The duplicate is something like traverser. Okay, the duplicate is nothing but traverser. Next thing what I am doing, I am creating a new node. I am telling it like new node. And in that I am passing the value, right? 20 and it is also none. Now what happens is we need to connect this one. Earlier we connected it easily. Now using while loop, how it will connect, I will tell you. I said something like while traverser dot next add, that means address, not equal to none. So none will be capital letter. I said traverser is equal to traverser dot next address. So what happens, you see? Now the current traverser is this one, right? The current traverser is this one. Now what I'm doing, now I'm checking the current traverser's next address is none or not. Is it none? Is it none? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It is none, sir.
Yes, it is none. So what happens? It will not enter into the while loop. It will come down. It will come down. So I need to write something. Later on we can change it, but I need to write something that is nothing but I will say traverser dot next address. So for the first element, there is no need for you to enter into the loop. That's why I'm giving like this. Is equal to new node. Simple thing. That's fine. So what happens is, for example, the addresses, I will write the address something like this. This is 2101 is the address and 2610 is the next address. So none will be erased because you need to consider this statement. Traverser dot next address is equal to new node. So what is new node here? Can anybody tell me what is new node?
20, comma.
No.
26010.
Yes. New node's value is equal to 20 and new node's next address is equal to none. But what is new node? New node is nothing but 2610. So what I am giving? I am keeping the address of the new node into the traverser's next address. So I will do that. So this is 2610. So we are establishing a connection between them. So we established a connection. I don't think it is visible, so I will do it like this. So we established a connection. Right. Again, I'm sending 16 this time, right? So what happens when I'm sending 16? I'm creating another new node. The same traverser and root will start at the same point in the insert function, right? So I'm creating a new node, which I am keeping it as 16 and this one as none. Now this time your while loop will work properly. And maybe this address is something like 3620, some address. Now new node is there, still it is not connected with the already established linked list. Now let us see what will happen. We will say, now the traverser is nothing but 21. I'm sorry. Yeah, I need to laser point. Yeah, now my current traverser is equal to the root. So traverser is a duplicate of root. So my traverser is nothing but 2101. So what is 2101's next address? Can anybody tell me? What is 2101's next address? It is 2610. And 2610 is not equal to none, right? So definitely you should enter into the loop. Adi none kaadu. Adedo value undi. Kabatti you need to enter into the loop. Now what we are doing in this statement, can anybody interpret this in terms of addresses? I'll write it here. What is TRA?
2610, so then.
Yeah, instead of 2610, what we are giving is give the present traverser value as traverser dot next address, which is nothing but 2610. So your new traverser will become 2610. So now rub it and write the traverser as here. See, the root is still holding the value here. You cannot move the root. If you move the root, you are losing this address. It's an orphan. So your traverser comes here. Fine. Again, the loop repeats. Now what is that you can estimate this one? What is this traverser next address? What is TRA now? In the next iteration? Yeah, the TRA is 2610. What is 2610's next address?
3602.
3620.
No, it's still none. You see, it's still none. You did not change it, right? Because it is none, the while loop should not enter here. So 2610's next address is still none. So you should not enter into the loop because you said you should enter into the loop only if it is not none. But because it is none, the while loop will escape and come to the statement. Now tell me what, interpret this one.
Now the address will change as 3602.
Yeah, the new
None changes. None changes to the new address.
3620. So it will be sent to the 2610 dot next address. So 2610 and idi. Okay. And its next address none badal మనం ఏం పెడుతున్నాము 3620. So this will be sent here. So now I will rub this one and I will write something like 3620. So you are now connecting to this. So this is how the linked list will be formed. So this is where the while loop plays an active role in connecting the linked list. And that too, it's linear, continuously linear. You see, one after the other, we are connecting it. This is called linear way of going through. Now let's write the program in the same way. So I'm writing this one. So traverser next address not equal to none, then only you go for traverser is equal to traverser next add. And then finally you will say traverser dot next add is equal to new node. Finished. Now let's run the program from the first and see what will happen. So all are created in global frame. We are now going to the main function. Root is created as instance. Okay, with 5 and none as the value in main. You can see here in main we have created. Now we are calling insert function by sending the root value with a duplicate traverser. Okay, so we are sending the address of the root and naming it as a duplicate traverser, right? So now you see what will happen. A new node is created inside the traverser. So, inside the insert function. So there is already pre-established linked list with one node and a new node is created which we need to insert into the linked list. Now you see, the 12th line will be skipped because the traverser's next address is none. So it will not go inside. It will come to the 15th line. You can see. So the traverser's next address is equal to new node. So it will connect now. You can see clearly. The traverser is having the 5 value as the first node and the next 20th value as the second node. That is the last node. That's all. Again, we come back to the 24th line. Right? So we are going for insert 16 this time. Again, you see the traverser is pointing to the root's value. It's a duplicate. We are now creating a new node again with 16 as its value. You can see here. So our established linked list is 5 and 20 for now, having 2 nodes. This is the new node which should be established. See how it will go. Now it enters into the line number 13, you see, because the traverser's next address is not none. So it enters. So you see, carefully observe the traverser's arrow, where it is pointing to. Traverser is equal to traverser next address in line number 13. See, after this, what will happen? I think you observed now. The root is still holding the root 1, right? The first node is still held by root. Your traverser is changing from your first node to the second node now. Now again it will check if the traverser, now our current traverser is this one, which is holding the value 20. So it will check whether it is none or not. Yes, it is none, and hence we are coming out in line number 15. You are saying the traverser's next address is equal to new node. See how it will connect. Yeah, you can see. So now your root is holding 5, which is holding 20, and which is holding 16. Our traverser is here. I want to add another one. Insert root comma 100. Now you see again, This time it comes back, and line number 12 or 25, it is saying put the value 100 this time. Now you're forming your linked list slowly. Again, you see the traverser is pointing to the first root node because it's the duplicate. We are creating a new node now. Yeah, new node is created. See what happens next. It is coming to the while loop. Traverser's next address not none. Yes, it is not none or none. Can you tell me now? Now, with your help, I will go through. Is traverser's next address is none or not none?
Not none, sir.
None, sir.
Not none.
Not
So
none,
it
sir.
will go to the line number 13. It will say traverser is equal to traverser next address. See where the traverser is pointing to. Yes. It is pointing to the red line, you see, 20 now. Again, traverser's next address is none or not.
None, sir.
None.
It's not none. Still, you see, it is not
It's
none.
not none, sir. 20th value.
Yeah. So it will come to the line number 13. So traverser will go to the C. Now it is pointing to the last element. I think this time the while loop breaks because the traverser
None, sir.
address is none. So it comes to line number 15. It says that traverser. So our current traverser is this. So we say that traverser's next address is equal to new node. So it will be connected, you see. Yeah. So this is where you form the linked list. That's all. So from your root C, the entire linked list has been formed. I hope you understand how to form a linked list. Any doubts in this? Any doubts in this?
Sir, is this only for linear, sir?
It's linear. So the trees also look the same way of construction, but they are non-linear. You cannot do like this. So if you want to construct a linked list, which is nothing but linear connection of nodes, it is the way you can connect using a while loop, simple while loop. Any doubts? Have you understood this one, how to connect the nodes?
Sir, for
Yes, sir.
module 2 examination, this is also there, sir? Or only
Yes.
sorting and this?
No, this is also there.
Okay, sir.
So have you understood how you are connecting the nodes?
Yes, sir.
So for this time, now you practice it. Okay, practice it before we again meet at 3 o'clock. Because the time is up already. So try to write the program. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this, how I'm writing this one. Try to write your own program. Again, you type it without seeing. Observe in this Python tutor how it is going on. And based on that, you also understand how the nodes are connected with one another. Okay? You can take a screenshot and I will close the session. Okay. Then bye-bye for now. We will meet at 3 o'clock.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can you extend the time for insertion sort?
Insertion sort?
Can you extend the time, sir? I didn't evaluate.
Alert from
Excuse me.
your disk is almost full.
Your insertion sort assignment is not evaluated. That's what you are saying, right?
Yes, sir. I didn't.
That I have seen in the previous sections. That another section also one guy came to me and said it is not evaluated. That is because we observed that your loop is infinite. Your loop is going to infinite loop. That's why it is going on evaluating. Is it showing like segment seg1, seg2 something?
No, sir. I didn't
Get the evaluation.
Yes, sir. There.
Okay. In the 3 o'clock class, we will look into that. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.